soldier. Left, right. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first. When everything is over, we still gotta go back. Shout one more time. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first.
Flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Follow me until the end. Follow me if you can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong.
What is up, people? Thank you for joining me on this late night. I was gonna go on a little earlier, but the fam was on, and I will definitely never ever disrespect my boy Dreads and try to stream over him, even though no one would show. But hey, I was busy watching that. For those of you guys that don't know, this is a funny little story. The guy that was on that panel is a guy named Koso. I have debated him quite a few times, and he's a special character. We'll just leave it at funny business, I would call it. He's been trolling around the discords and trying to get people to do a bunch of tests, and apparently so far it's no good. But anyway, like I was saying, this stream I wanted to kind of go over what I was going over last stream, and for anyone who didn't, because I've tried to explain it, and it's been pretty rough trying to explain exactly what I was talking about with this whole globe view. So everyone, we already know what the fucking globe looks like. They throw it in our faces. The problem I have with it is that if anything, would be that we're given this crappy ass image that doesn't make any sense, especially because let me try. I'm trying to find it right now. Okay, so it doesn't make any sense because they show us this. I'm pulling it up right now. So they'll show us these images. Let me fix that. I don't know why the hell it's all fucked up right now. Hang on. Oh, OBS. How I hate you. I'll put it there. Fix it. And put it right about here. There we go. So, obviously, these images are what NASA gives us to go off of, and they'll tell us all night and day. Hey, these are exactly what you see when you take these pictures. The problem is obviously we're not going to be fucking idiots forever and just assume they're not going to lie to us. So, like I was saying before, these images obviously have a problem. The 2012 I'll talk about first is obviously not correct because the United States is definitely not that big in comparison to the globe. I had a buddy of mine, the guy that's in the chat as we speak. If I can find him, the Empath Genius. He actually went at task and he tried to prove to me that it's just the way the image is. It's the view, the zoom, the yada yada yada. But what I explained to him is you can't do this because the resolution you're trying to use doesn't mean it matches with everything. So you're just making the picture work. What's up, New York? How you doing, sir? I hadn't planned on it, but yeah, you know what? I'll probably will. I just wanted to get through this for the people that didn't hear it before. I'm trying to get some other people in to see this that can try to explain it, because I've been told numerous times that what we're looking at is an image. What the hell is blocking that? I'm trying to figure out why I can't see it. Hang on 1 second. If I do this. Oh, the trials and tribulations of OBS. Okay, I know what it is. We're gonna do this. All right, well, let's work with that. Okay, but like I was saying, when we're looking at these images, with the clear, obvious things are that they're not the same size, they're not, doesn't match, and that's obviously a big problem. So I was brainstorming, and I realized, oh shit, what if what we're looking at is just a spotlight image, cropped out, and made so you can't see what's on the outside. I made it, what it really was this. So they take a picture of our flat Earth, and this isn't my model, this isn't our model, so no one just throw it out there like they know what they're talking, like they got it figured out. Oh shit, he's saying that's their model. Nope. I'm just giving you an idea of where I'm coming from when it comes to this. I don't know why the hell my screen's doing this right now. In fact, let me figure this out because it's actually irritating the shit out of me. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. So let me go ahead and do this. Something is in the way. All right, fuck it. We'll just do it like this. But there we go. So what we're looking at is a flat image of the United States and South America. Regular old, images. I showed you guys last time. If you weren't here, it'll be pretty quick. Basically, what I did was I made a globe. I took this flat image, and I wanted to make it clear that yes, this is an image that they give us from Google Maps. But the thing is it's not edited. It's not zoomed in or out to a certain area. So you can do this, zoom it all the way in, zoomed all the way out, and I'll show you guys. But basically, I went to an app and instantly made this, which of course is all out of whack. Here we go. This is the image that I made from that flat map I was getting. Yeah, basically, Jaybird, that's exactly what I was trying to say. So basically, what I realized is, what if the globe is just an image, what I call a spotlight image, and everything you see on the outside that's black is land out there. They're just not showing it to us. I've obviously shown you. It's very easy to wrap it on like at a ball, and to make sure you understand how easy it is. It's so easy that all you really need to do is go to a wonderful little site. Oh, there it is. This is a site that I've been using probably for about a week now, week and a half. The image you're looking at now is the same image that I made this image probably about 20 minutes ago, and it's literally just it's exactly what I said it is. It's a damn ball off that exact flat map that you were looking at before. There's no difference. Trying to show it right too quick. So like I said, this is NASA's image right here. Clearly, if you're taking an image, a picture of something, especially your quote unquote globe, and the United States is that large, it wouldn't come out as a ball still. They had to have made it that way. That's what I was trying to explain to my buddy in the chat over here, the guy that's helping me out. Because when you look at it and you're like trying to figure that out, you should see this. This is what I believe we have, right? We have a flat map. Obviously, there's a overlay, so don't pay attention too much to that. But basically, all they're doing. Go ahead and put this over here so it's a little bit easier to see. And I'll go ahead and shrink it a little bit. Okay, so this is exactly how I figured out they did it. So if they're going to show you an area this size, this is the area you're going to see. Obviously, you're seeing everything outside of a circle area. And all they're doing is literally this right here. See? They give you that part of Africa. Now, we all know this, the basic size of it. And I can go to the app I was trying to do before, but I'll show you exactly how I made the map that you guys were looking at with the globe, as a globe. Go over here, I'll just crop it. And this is exactly what I think they do. Now, everything that you see on the outside of my crop, it's there, but the second I take it away, there's nothing you can do. It's just not there anymore. Now, yeah, it's still a square, so obviously it's not going to just work as planned. So what do? They take you over to this one. Go over to the generator. They grab their image. Again, it's just that simple. It's ridiculously simple. Look, now I have an oversized Africa, and they're going to tell me it's still a ball. Picture came from a flat map, but that's how it works. They can make it sound any way they want as long as you believe whatever they want you to. So what I'm saying is the globe is only a flat picture, cropped and wrapped around, so it works perfectly for them. And here's the same one. This is the one I made. I made this one just before I started. So right here on the right, you see it's got your image, you got your ball. It all works. Spin the ball, everything, you see everything, right? Now you look to the left and it's a flat map. That's all it is. This isn't an exact zoom, so it's going to generate wherever it is at, wherever the size I pick, it's going to make it into that ball no matter what. Not hard to do. And it sure as hell isn't something that you're going to pass off like that. So let's get into the chat. And Pass says, yes, they had to edit to fit into a smaller shape since it wasn't at the right proportions. Okay, see, that's exactly what I'm saying. They made it fit to make a ball. It's not a ball. What up, Negator? Shake my head. Sean doesn't understand scale and map projection. Okay, I'm actually happy you're here because I couldn't get this from my buddy here. So why don't you, excuse me, you explain to me what this image is. There we go. So this image right here. Why does this image appear this way? And you too, Larry. Why don't you explain to me why this image appears as it does? Because I want this answer. I've been asking people for this answer, and I still haven't gotten it. Hang on. Please. Okay, so you want me? Yeah. So grab an AE map and do the same. Will it work? Let's find out. Right now, I'm grabbing. I'm just I Google searched an image, and I'm gonna go ahead and save it so we can put it in there. Get back over here. Go ahead and grabbed it. Let me see if I can save this real quick. And there it is. So go ahead and generate the map right now. There we go. So I'm going to get back over to the chat so I can see what you're saying. All right, so let's before I show it, let's hear the answer. That question has been answered for years. Okay, then answer it. What is the difference of a camera and its lens for the image? You've gotten it. Where are the sea? Rest of the continents. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you guys. I mean, here's let me get this straight. So your guys' answer. Okay, let me get. I love what you guys are saying. This is great. Okay, so Larry says again, how far away is the satellite, and what lens did it use? I don't know the lens. The satellite is from the NOAA GOES 16, and don't worry, I have Himawari images. I got the whole nine. We're gonna go through it. Don't worry about that. So you guys have pretty much said it. You know, it's the camera and the distance. Now, my problem with that is still, if you get up close to an image, and the United States is that big, how's the United States half the globe itself? Because then you wouldn't see the outsides of the globe. Kind of like how the ISS looks. The ISS doesn't see the globe. The ISS doesn't see, the Earth is too big for it to see all its curvature. Let me show you guys the AE map one that I just made. There you go. That is the AE map. Fix it so you guys can see it. I'm trying to turn it right now, which isn't the exact easiest with the mouse I use. Here, let me do this. I'll make it in front of you guys. I'll make life easier for me. I hate this app. let me go ahead and pop the chat out real quick because I cannot see what you guys are saying. What's up, Rick? How you doing, sir? Let me see. Just pop out this chat real quick because I cannot see what you guys are saying as I'm doing it at the same time. All right, here we go. So get the image. Trying to turn it. If I could figure out how to turn it, it would be a lot better. There we go. I haven't played with these options, so we're going to see what these do. But what I'm trying to do is get it to tilt correctly and sit right. I'm trying to get it to do it right, and it won't do it. Hang on. So I have to sit here and play with it a little bit. Change that up. How would you set the reset the sun? Oh, well, anyway, that's I mean, it's the image. Obviously, I ain't NASA, so I ain't gonna do the best at it. But I've already shown it. I mean, the other maps that I've already shown are just as good, if not better. See what you guys are saying in the chat. But yeah, so when I'm basically showing you guys exactly what I was talking about, and I'll show you this one because it makes it's easier to see. Show this one because this is like, these are obviously your guys' bread and butter. There we go. So that was the image I showed you guys before. Where is it? I lost it. Okay, there we go. This is the image that you guys I was talking about before. Large United States, and then the other one is a larger perspective. I guess further away, right? So as I was saying, what's up, musician? How you doing, sir? Like I was saying, so my whole idea, my whole construct of this is, like I said, just brainstormed last week. It's very easy, obviously, because I've showed you guys to make a flat map into a globe. Obviously, my technology is far less than NASA's 59 million a year, a day budget. So sorry, I can't step up to their level, but it seems to me very likely that they're hiding land. Now, I was asked earlier, Sean, why would they be doing that? Why are they hiding land? Well, obviously, the actual reason isn't going to be given to anybody, especially myself. Who the fuck am I? But more importantly, we know there are abundance of fossil fuels. I know some of you guys don't believe it, but hey, what if that's the situation at hand? I had a little debate, a small one, nothing big, this earlier today, and the kid asked me, why do you feel Antarctica is such a abundant place for these things? I said, well, they've always told us now that there's an abundance of fossil fuels more than we can imagine. I would like to say, Admiral Byrd said all these other things, but I didn't really get it in that same way. Why would they have all these militaries there? Why do you need all this permission? I was told basically he said because of the treaty, the Antarctic Treaty, there are no military activity in Antarctica. Within seconds, he goes online and there's military activity. We know there's something going on. I mean, shit, there were so many dignitaries that went down there last, I think it was a year ago, when the shelf in Antarctica was supposedly falling off, and it was a worry. Um, it's the biggest thing to me that seems kind of funny is that when you travel to a different continent, country, whatever, um, if I go to Canada, if I go to Mexico, you have to show a passport. A passport is basically your country's way of saying this is our citizen. He is going to your country, so now you know where he's from. All is good. Now, I was reading through the Antarctic Treaty and came to the part where it said you don't need even a passport to go to Antarctica, but you do have to have government permission. Uh, with that government permission becomes a government escort. And negator, no, you guys, saying camera and distance doesn't prove anything. What doesn't make any sense, and I'll say it again, if you take an image of Earth, matter of fact, let's do it this way. Let me go ahead and get a ball shape Google Earth for you so I can show you exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Because what you're saying, it doesn't make any sense. You're telling me that it it's that way because of the camera, the lens. So now lens is affecting it. We've been saying lens makes that all these years, and you've been saying no, the curve doesn't happen because of the lens, but it does. Um, so let me go ahead and find one that's already a globe. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. That doesn't make any sense to what the hell you're saying. Since the other maps you used are projections from a globe Earth into a flat image, so if you curve it again, it will work uh, correctly. That's why. Okay, but the problem is I can do that from any view, any zoom. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, and it still works. Now, when I do that, it cuts off a lot. A lot of that image that is still there because it wraps that whole image. Hang on, it's loading. I'm gonna show you guys exactly why I feel you're wrong. It's loading, so bear with me. Hey, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and open up a panel. Negator, you're more than welcome to come on. I've told you that before. I don't have any fucking worries about you. Anybody else that wants to join the panel, more than welcome to. So while we're waiting for this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll open up a panel, and hopefully you guys can come on and explain yourselves, because as far as I'm concerned, it sounds like bullshit. Give me 1 second, people. And as I do, I'll look at the chat. What's wrong with the current image of Himawari 8? I got that image too. I'll put that up in a second. Yeah, and we'll get into this because it's a pretty big deal. Um, in Path Genius, do you have Google Hangouts, Google Plus, so you can get on here? When I make those spotlight images, are you forgetting that those were made from a globe Earth? You're right. I've explained this over and over again, but no matter what zoom I use, it still works. I have different ones I can show you. In that big United States, if you turn that ball around and keep going, it's all there. But when you do it with the other maps, it doesn't do that. And if that's the case, it still shows you that a flat picture, flat area, can be wrapped around a ball, and no matter what size you put it in. So like I said, let me get this going. And I hope you guys that are in the chat that are saying I'm so completely wrong and this and that are willing to come on the panel, because I would hope you would be wanting to explain what I guess you think I'm getting wrong. What's up, I am Cat? How you doing? Let me see. Okay, let me go ahead and get this link out there. So yeah, like I said, more than welcome on to explain how I'm wrong. I would appreciate it, because hey, like I said, this is me brainstorming. This ain't fact. I ain't like I proved anything. Military ain't come to my door, so obviously I don't know it all. But I think I have a fucking pretty good idea of what is going on. The hell, Google Earth taking so damn long? Says it's still loading. And while we wait for you guys to jump on the panel, we're gonna go ahead and keep trying to get this thing to work. All right, I'm getting sick of Google. Google Earth sucks. Jesus, man. Hey, I put the link out there. Negator, I mean Larry. Any of you guys can come on and prove your points. That's one thing that always fascinated me. They always want to talk about how wrong I am, but at the same time, they don't ever get the fuck up on here and tell me how I'm wrong. Open invitation.
Yo, am I here?
What's up? Hey, how you doing, sir? You hear me?
Hey, is my connection okay?
Yeah. You should be. Everyone should be able to hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, my connection's. I can kind of hear you.
Let me see if I can adjust it, make it a little easier.
Oh no, you're good. It's my network.
Okay.
It's bad.
All
So
right.
I'm trying to find you. Trying to find you something that you can see this visualized.
All right.
But while I'm looking, so the concept behind it is that if you're on a sphere, right? You've heard us say that from 5 feet up, right? The horizon's 3 miles away, right?
Yes.
And that's because beyond that 3 mile point, the surface is blocked, right? Like you can't see the surface past it because it's gradually slipping away from you.
Well, isn't the same?
So that
isn't that the same thing at sea level at the beach? That's what the whole they're trying to say the whole boat disappearing thing is?
Yeah. It's one and the same concept. I'm describing it roughly,
Okay.
but the point here is that from 5 feet up, right? You only see a circle of the Earth that's 6 miles across, right? 3 miles in every direction.
Hmm.
If you're in the middle of the circle, it means 6 miles across.
Okay.
And as you gain in altitude, you see more of that circle, right? Like if you were to take a giant hula hoop, and the edge of that hula hoop represents the edge of what you can see.
Yeah, it expands.
Sure, yeah. The higher you go, the more that hula hoop expands, the more you can see. So that's what's going on. That's what happened with the Blue Marble image. Is the satellite wasn't far enough away for that hula hoop to go all the way around the entire Earth.
But
If
wouldn't
that
you? No, I see what you're saying. But excuse me. But wouldn't that give you Wouldn't it not, or would it not give it that wrapped image still though? It would be. I understand the whole circle part, but the
Mhm.
whole it being wrapped around, like it looks like it's the globe, just with a bigger continent on it. It wouldn't wrap itself around. You wouldn't see that wrap. You know, if
the
I
wrap is, um, I think you're taking two things that aren't really they don't really like they kind of relate on the surface, but not really. Let me make sure I can get the first point across fully, and I'll see if I can understand what you mean by the wrapping. But um, that blue marble image, right? I don't remember the distances. Larry in the chat might remember the distances, but you can replicate the scale of that photo by using a toy globe, like a model globe, and a camera
Mhm.
from like a foot away. You take a photo of Africa or from the Africa side, it looks exactly like it. And then you move the camera back 10 feet and take another photo from one of the other blue marble distances, and it looks identical.
But see the problem I'm having with what you're saying is so right now the people in the chat, I'm not sure if you can still see it or not. They're looking at the two images, the 2012 and the 2007 image. It's not just a circle. It's you see the United States falling away as if it's on a globe. It's that 3D image of it. Where in reality, if you're only getting that, it should look 2D basically. But what I'm saying they're doing, they're wrapping it around a ball so it still looks like a globe.
Well, first, like I said, you can replicate these images with a model globe,
Okay.
and you can prove that those images aren't, made up. That that's exactly what they should look like by using a model globe and a camera at the scale distances. And there's a video. Someone else made a video and did this because this is a common flat Earth argument. And someone's already, done the work and documented it and put it online. I'm just trying to find it. Um, but the wrapping, the azimuthal equidistant map, the AE map is like it is. It's literally an unwrapped globe in all directions.
You saw when I tried to do that, right? How you had to play with it and doll it up and all that stuff to even make it look legible.
Right, but that's only because the everything that's north of the equator is going to unwrap about in line with the sphere, but everything south of it is going to continue to expand. Like that's why everything African looks really, really big on a AE map, and you try to slap it on a globe.
But you said it was.
If
You
that
said
makes
it.
sense.
No, it makes sense. But the problem is that you said it was the globe unwrapped, right? So if it's the
From the top, from the top. But so if you let me ask you this: Have you ever peeled an orange? Well, this may be a bad example. Larry, I'm trying to find this video that Flat Earth Math did. Yeah, there you go. News got a globe right there. Look, he's doing it on screen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hey Larry, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how are you doing, Gator?
how you doing, Larry?
Good man.
It's been a while.
Hey, so hey, what's up, New York? How you doing, sir? So we got one right
Yeah.
there. So basically, if you can get a little closer.
Sean.
Okay, so that image right there, I don't see wrap. Now start backing it up, New York. Now, I mean, at what point do you see? So I see the top part is like that, and it's wrapped, but it's
Mhm.
not the same image. It still looks 2D. It looks even worse at that point. You're not seeing the basically the continent doesn't change the size to the globe, but the images it changes. It's bigger in that globe than what you're seeing.
It depends on the lens.
Yeah.
If it's magnifying or if it's a wide angle lens, you're going to get all sorts of different distortions, either through a telephoto lens or wide angle lens. And you're going to see what those two pictures of the Earth that you were showing earlier.
Mm-hmm. Or
And again, with ISS, the International Space Station, being 250 miles up, it only sees 3% of the Earth's surface.
very, very little. Yes.
So again, if you could tell me exactly what the type of lens they were using, how far the camera was away from the Earth, and those two images that you were showing, then we could see what actually is going on. But if you're just doing a qualitative analysis of what you're looking at, anybody can come up with anything.
Okay. Well, the one image I can definitely give you the stats on, which is this one, the one with the large United States in it. That one is literally from. Hang on one second. I'm not sure who this is, and I wanted to.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Okay, just checking, cause
Yeah. No, I just
uh, I'm not worried. I honestly I'm not worried. I got my delay on, but so the image that you guys can see the ch- the globe on the image I have on this in the watch page, right? So this
I don't see anything.
it's on the watch page, not on the Hangout.
Watch page.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. If I do it, I gotta show it twice, and it's harder that way. Um, but so this image, the one I was showing earlier with the large United States, that's from the NOAA, the GOES 16 satellite, and that one is at 22,000 miles, give or take. It's about the same
Yeah.
distance as Himawari.
Yes, that would be a geostationary satellite.
Hmm.
So that one would like, what did you say, 22,000 miles out,
Yeah,
23,000 miles out?
it's in the same vicinity distance wise as the Himawari is.
But I don't know what type of lens they're using.
If I can find the Himawari.
Yeah, if you can put up a current image of the Himawari,
Okay.
then you would have to explain what's going on, why we're seeing what we're seeing in that particular image.
Yeah. Hey, I found one of the videos that displays what I'm talking about. I put the link in the chat here, Larry and Sean, if you want to take a look at it. I
Okay.
linked it right at the time that the photos are taken.
You said that was Flat Earth Math, or is that something else?
This is Jim Panda's video, but I don't remember who was the
Okay.
one that took the photos.
Okay.
But all it shows is a model globe and 3 different photos taken from 3 different distances, but all zoomed in so that it looks the same size. But you can clearly see that the country is different sizes to your eyeball.
I'm actually I'm gonna show right now. I'm putting up the Himawari image. All right, right. That's Himawari, and that's at the same distance as the GOES 16. As you asked me what type of lens it was using, honestly, I couldn't tell you because I have no clue.
Well, in order to explain something, you would have to get into the nitty gritty of each camera taking each picture to explain the differences, because you're just assuming that the camera is exactly the same on both for both images.
Okay, but so for instance, with Himawari, I can zoom in, right? Right now we're looking at Japan, Australia. Now when I zoom in, I can,
Sean, I can't. I don't. I still don't know where you're showing this at. Where's
it's
this at?
if you're watching YouTube, it's on that page.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I see two images of the Earth.
Okay, there's a delay in it, so it'll pop up in a second.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
you
I
might
need to.
want to just hit live.
Yeah, if you're,
Oh,
you may be a little further back. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
My fault.
No, no worries at all. I had to get used to the same delay too, and I gotta constantly remember that you guys now hear me faster than everyone else does. So, okay, so like I said, so this is zooming in on the Himawari. We'll get into the lens, and I get what you're saying, but my point was when it comes to it, is I've zoomed in, but Australia is still Australia's size. It's just now I'm zoomed in on the globe. So I've zoomed all the way in. At no point does Australia wrap itself around the globe because it's not gonna look the same.
Do you see the what I'm screen sharing, Sean?
And give me 1 second. Gotta get back over there.
Okay. And these pictures were taken with the same camera, so not different cameras with different lens angles, like the D.Marble ones were.
Okay.
But you see what I got on screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share right now. Get you.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
So obviously on the left hand side, the U.S. is a lot larger relative to the amount of the Earth that you can see, while on the right hand side it's a lot smaller. And the only difference between the images is the distance between the camera and the zoom level.
Okay. Now, what I'm looking at, so what I was saying is the the globe itself and the continent hasn't changed either. It's like you said, you zoomed in, zoomed out. Um, but if they zoom all the way in to the point where they can't see anything else around it, all they're seeing is that image, it's still going to do the same thing. You're going to get to a point where you zoom in enough and you're not going to see the edges of the earth anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And what they've done, and I'm saying is what they've done is basically taking an image and made it work in a nutshell. All that stuff on the sides, that label, Pacific Ocean out there, the part of Mexico and South America, very very bottom, all that stuff it's not there.
I'm not sure I understand
So
what the problem is.
So the further in you zoom in, the less
Mm-hmm.
of the background you see, correct?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So as you zoom in even more, and obviously the closer you zoom in, the bigger that continent's going to be, but the globe itself shouldn't stay the same. Now, the way these images look to me, it's weird because they're not in the same positioning as they were as they should be, but the globe is still the globe. It's not getting any bigger as to whatever it's on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So with I guess the best way I can explain it is the picture, if you're looking at one at a time, it's going to be the same scale to the globe itself. So the continent is as big as the globe. So it's what I'm looking at is starting from the right side, the furthest. That image is cropped so that the background that he actually has isn't as wide. So it looks. That's why all three globes look the same size right now, and they're obviously not going to. The pictures are.
Well,
If you overlaid these three globes,
uh-huh.
the globe itself, just the circle part, forget the continents right now. The ball, it's going to be all three. These all three look the same size, but the continents got smaller, so the image is made to look that way.
That's because they're using a different lens.
Well, no, he's talking about this image I got up. So
Yeah.
we can actually we can fix that right now, Sean. We can see if that's true or not. Um, so what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna measure the amount of pixels the globe takes up in this picture. So am I still screen sharing?
Yes.
Okay, so I just took a screenshot of the video. This is really basic stuff. So I don't have like Photoshop or anything. And let's see. I'm gonna measure. I can see the edge of the globe right there. So there, and I got 525 pixels. 532. So 520, 530. About 532, 533 is I think the most. All right, so that's probably dead center, about 530 or so. So that globe is 530 pixels across. This globe, start on that top right. Let's see, 520, 525, 517. It's about 520 across on that one. So not exact. And this
That's
one,
pretty close.
well, pretty close. This guy is 525. So the smallest one on the right, 527. Oh no, that's a little bit off. 523, so about the same. The two images on the right are about identical, 525 pixels across. The image on the left is a little bit bigger at 532. But so at a 7 pixel difference, that's it's like 1%. But the other thing to look at here is this pixel size of the globe.
But
Or, I'm sorry.
But see, the thing is
Uh,
if what you did is exactly what I was saying. If you overlaid those three pictures, they're the same
Mhm.
size. The globe is the same size. But
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
yeah, but at the same time, what you were saying before is that there's the distance of the globe that they're showing you. So what's happening is basically all your what you guys are saying is showing exactly what I'm saying. This is another image. These are three images that the person who made these pictures edited and cropped it to appear this way. So he wanted you to think that the continents are changing sizes, but the globe is but the globe just looks the same. But if you're that if
Edit the globe.
okay,
If
so if you really took these pictures and you didn't make the images this way, what you would really see from the right side, where the continents are small, is you would see a globe with small continents far away. The middle picture would be a little closer, and then the one on the left would be a lot closer. But the three images that we're looking at now all look the same distance, but just different continent sizes. That's why I was saying.
Yeah, they look.
That's why I was
Oh,
saying.
okay, so they look the same distance because the guy is zoomed in.
No, but
which is what the satellite did.
well, no,
so.
but zoomed in or zoomed out, it doesn't matter. The picture, the globe isn't going to be they're not going to be the same sizes. Because when I showed those pictures of the huge United States, that's exactly what they did. They did the exact same thing this guy did. Because if I take if I take the picture, if I'm standing 10 feet away from a globe, and I take the picture, even if I zoom in, that globe is going to get larger or smaller, and depending on zooming in or out. These pictures don't do that.
No. The ratio between the continents and the globe will not change based on your zoom. It will change based on the distance. All right.
Wait.
Any of these globes, this image will remain. It will the rate. Okay, so let me do this.
Wait.
For
So
you. So
can
this,
you make
this,
it
this left-hand globe
on your
this,
app that you're using right now? Can you make shapes?
Uh-huh.
Like, can you make a ball right now?
No, I can't. All it does is let you draw this little line to measure how many pixels are.
Okay, because what would happen is if you made a ball on your screen, and then you zoomed away from it, it's gonna get smaller.
Wait. The globe would get smaller, but the ratio of size between the the globe
And
and the continents would not change.
exactly. The problem is we're not. That's not happening.
No,
Those
that is
globes.
happening.
No, the globes. The globe. So the globe on the right is smaller than the globe on the far left. Because
No,
that's what
the
should happen.
globe on. Oh my, Sean,
No, no, no.
Sean, bro.
Okay, so hang on. I gotta find it because I'll do it. I'll find it and I can be able to do it.
All right, so uh, I think you're confusing zoom with the amount of Earth you can see due to perspective.
Maybe,
Like,
but the problem
let me see if I can illustrate it one last time. So this globe on the right, you know, if I measure, we said it's 525 pixels across, and the U.S. from left to right is 177 pixels. So that's a ratio of 177 to 525, right?
yes.
And um, if we were to zoom out all the way, the ratio would remain the same. The amount of pixels would be smaller, but the ratio, right? Like if we simplify it, instead of 525 to 177, if we just said 5 to 1,
No, no.
like I know that's
Yeah,
not
yeah. No, no,
mathematically accurate.
I know what you're saying. I know. Yeah,
Yeah, it would still have a 5 to 1 ratio, regardless of zoom.
Okay, so
Whereas,
can you do the same for the other ones?
uh,
Because then there should be a dramatic change in these ratios compared to the three. Correct?
and I totally agree, and that's why the U.S. in the left-hand one is 293 pixels across. So it's a ratio of 293 to 525. So that's almost 1 to 2.
But see, shouldn't it be proportional? So
Proportional to what?
so wait, so the first one was 523, I think you said?
Yeah, they're all about 525 in pixels across the actual globe.
Okay.
The
But
first one was a little bit bigger.
okay, that's what I'm saying. So the ratio of the pixels of the globe are the same, but the
Right.
pixels of the continents change. Whereas it should
That's
be
correct,
it
yes.
should be both pixel rates should both change just as dramatically. But what you're seeing is an image that is he cropped those pictures and laid them out so that all the globes are the same size.
Yeah, so you did that on purpose so you could compare the size of the continents.
But that doesn't. But what you're not getting is the size of the globes. When you do that ratio that we're talking about,
Yeah,
you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting. Both numbers should be dramatic difference. The one on the left, the ratio of the globe, or the pixels from that you marked, should be dramatically different from the one on the right. But they're not.
it is.
They're the same.
Excuse me?
You can do it again. Go ahead and do it again. And then, matter of fact, if you do the three again, I can calculate it and I'll tell you the exact ratio number.
Sean, if you
Well,
look at the photograph on the left, you can see from the North Pole to the equator that the land distribution is the same on the other two globes as well.
No, that they're
If
the
you go
same.
from North Pole to the equator, I don't see any difference from one globe to the next.
And in the size of the globe, you're saying.
I'm talking about from the North Pole. If you look at how the land is distributed in North America from the North Pole and going all the way down to the equator, all three are showing the very same thing. They're showing so much distance from Mexico to the equator and so forth.
Okay.
There's no difference. All it is just a magnification of one compared to the other. There's no difference in any of those three pictures.
But see, here's the problem.
Just one's more magnified than the other.
But the pixel rate that he's showing is the same in all of them as well.
No, hang on, guys. So just to make sure we're all on the same page, this image on the left was taken with the camera close.
Okay.
And unzoomed.
Okay, so can you do from the
two
north?
images on the right were taken from further distances, but zoomed in so that the globe itself appears the same size. The problem that we want, in order to accurately compare, like we need the left to right of the globe to be the same same size. But it's the size of the continents that we should be concerned about, because that's what
Right.
the dispute is on the blue marble photos, right? That the U.S. is too big or too small in different photos.
Yeah, but
And
Sure.
what we're saying is,
the globe is the
go ahead.
same. The globe is the size of the globe. The continents are are the same, or supposed to be the same size, equal to that globe. Correct? Like they don't change. They're all three are supposed to be the same.
Oh, so do you? Okay, do you think that on the left-hand side of this globe we are seeing literally half of this globe?
No, no, it's clear. It's zoomed in. Problem is that globe is the same size as the other ones. When you do the ratio,
No, no,
so
no.
from
Remember, zooming
yeah,
doesn't change how much you see. It's your distance that changes how much you see.
wait. So let me get this straight. So let's just say, because I'm not sure if you guys know or not. So let's say he's standing 10 feet away from this globe.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
we can.
Okay. So if he's standing 10 feet away from the globe, the one on the left
Uh-huh.
may look like that when he zooms into it, but the one on the right is going to be smaller. The same smaller as the continents are, the globe should look just as small. But because he's zoomed in again to have the pictures all like this, it looks like an issue to me. The globes shouldn't be the same. If the continents are changing
let me
sizes, we should see a smaller,
let
as we
me.
go right, we should see smaller globes as well.
But he zoomed in order to make the globe the same size.
So all we're
Maybe
seeing
that's
is,
why he zoomed in.
but that's what I'm saying. It's not a good depiction of what would be seen. When a satellite takes a picture, they don't get it and then zoom in again, so it looks the same size.
Oh, he broke up.
So basically, what I'm saying is that what we're looking at right now is an image that that makes those continents, the size of the continents, pop out at you, make you look at that make you think that should matter. But the problem I'm seeing is that the globe is the same size, so that zoom, that distance isn't we're not getting an accurate distance and zoom. That's not like steps. 10 feet, 5 feet, 2 feet, zero zoom, half zoom, full zoom. We're not getting that. We're getting what the guy who took these images wanted to show us. He wanted to show us a different size continent, so he made that image where it needed to be. Just like I say, the images they're giving us are right where we need them to be.
No, yeah, he took the images to show you that you can produce the blue marble photos from similarly scaled distances. Like your contention is the blue marble photos show you different continent sizes, and the reason is because of the distance. So that's exactly what he set out to do, was take photos of the globe at different distances but the same zoom level, which is what the blue marble photos do, to show you that yes, you will see different amounts of continents. What maybe I also want to make sure that we understand, that we got a mutual understanding here. This image on the left, right? Let's say this guy is 3 feet away when he took this photo, and the ratio. Remember, the globe's about 525 pixels across. The Earth, I'm sorry, the U.S. is about 300 across. So we can simplify that to 5:3, right? If he from 5 feet zooms in all the way, he's still gonna have a ratio of 5:3. If he unzooms all the way, it's still gonna be a ratio of 5:3. It's not the zoom that determines the ratio of sizes; it's the distance. Same with this globe on the right. Like
okay,
if the globe on the right was taken
so when you measure
from,
the pixels, the ratio of the pixels will be the same. You're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Based on as long as you're at the same distance, regardless of zoom, it'll be the same.
Okay. So can we do that right now? I mean, that would be obviously the best thing to do, because you're saying no matter what the zoom is, no matter what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is basically it's just like a double zoom cropped image made like that. So, but what you're saying is no matter what, the ratios will be different and it will be actual. So can we do that? So let's do the ratios that we're doing on all three again, and let's find out what the ratios are. Because when you did it before, it was pretty close to me, like they were all the same. The globe itself. So the globe.
Yeah, the globes are the same.
Let's see, but the globe wouldn't be the same. the ratios should change. The pixel rates should change on the globes no matter what the zoom is, because it's going to be smaller. Like you're saying, no matter what, it's going to be smaller.
Wait. He zoomed in specifically to make the globes as close to the same size as possible.
Okay, so
Like that's
okay, here's what I'm saying. So if you do the pixel rates on all the United States right now, clearly it's going to be different, correct?
Yeah, as it should be.
Okay, yeah.
And as we see in the Blue Marble photos.
Okay. So now if we do the pixel rates on the globe now, so like, say from the middle, or the top of that circle where the North Pole, the Arctic Circle is, to the equator, that ratio should be dramatically different too.
Well, from the North Pole to the equator, it is different. It's obviously different.
Well, let's do it, because the globes look the same size to me.
Well, the equator is not the edge of the globe.
Well, let's go edge to edge then. I mean, I was trying to giving like a good reference, but let's go side to side, as close like you did. Yeah, exactly, like you were doing before.
Yeah, so this guy is about 525, 530 or so.
Okay.
And this guy, like we did earlier, is about the same, 523, 524. This guy's going to be about the same. 523, 525. Yeah, it's about 524, 525. So they're all nearly identical.
So how are the globes identical, but the continents aren't?
Because, so you remember the very first thing that I said when I came in here was, on a sphere, if you're standing on it, the higher you go, the more of it you see.
Okay.
And that's exactly what's going on. These cameras are at different distances from the surface of the globe. So this camera on the left isn't far enough away to see fully half of the globe. Like the physical globe. If we were to get a marker and have someone draw a line along the edge of the globe, like the actual physical globe, based on what the observer can see, that line wouldn't be 50% of the globe. I wish somebody did a great video on this. I wish I had it. I'd saved it somewhere.
And I love you to say it, because right now, because like I said, if we both agreed, if we did those numbers that you just did, and we did the ratios, we would get a dramatic difference. The only problem is, the only difference that I'm looking at between these pixel rates is the continents changed, but the globe didn't. Now,
the globe isn't supposed to. That's why he zoomed in.
Okay, but so how does a continent change size, but the globe doesn't? The globe it's all the same size, relevant to itself. Nothing changes. The globe and the continents don't change differently. They equally do the same changing of size, but they're not. It's the way the image, the guy who took the picture, is displaying them to us. The same way I'm saying they display those images, NASA displays those images to us. It's not just cut and dry. He zooms in and that's what you get. There's a reason these things are doing
John,
this.
didn't you say NASA was doing this nefariously?
Oh yeah, I believe 100%. The problem is that
I don't.
Well, you guys still haven't explained to me how just these three images make any sense to what you're saying. If the continents get smaller, the globe pixel rate should be smaller as well, not the same size. Because you said zoom doesn't change that.
No, zoom does not change that, no.
So what we're looking at was a zoomed in 3 images that were different zoom rates, right? So then nothing should have been changed. Like everything should stay ratio wise consistent with each other. Even if
you're happy with the Himawari photographs?
No, it's the same thing. As far as I'm concerned, Himawari is just as digital as everything else.
So I mean, the camera on my iPhone is digital. So what are you talking about?
I mean, would you really call those photographs? I mean, they're more like I mean, aren't they emitted composites on a lot of those pictures of the Earth?
Oh, I would say most of them are composites.
CGIs, right?
I mean, I would say they're all
Blue
composites.
Marble was a CGI.
Well, see,
Well,
the difference between, especially the three images we were just looking at, the Himawari we were looking at, is that they openly tell us that they're composites. Now, if you get a composite, which I have, and I'll share that. It's going to be on the watch page again, guys. Actually, I'll just put it up. I'll share it here because they got it on the screen. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick because I have a Himawari, or I have what you're talking about as in the composite. Because the composite, I mean, I really shouldn't have to do this, but we all know that a composite does not look like what we're seeing, and they have to fix it up to make it look smooth.
No, no.
based on what?
No,
Based on reality.
No, I mean,
Okay.
it is
Have you
taking
not
a
seen
I
the
can take
Robert
three
Simmons video?
pictures of a football stadium and put the three together and it'll come out as a football stadium. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, but
well,
we can all go to a football stadium and see it though.
Well, here's the thing. I'll show you exactly, and I got this image from NASA. It's a NASA composite. It shows you what they get and how they basically is what they get, and then what they're showing us. It's not like you're making it seem like they get composites, and then suddenly they have to.
Well, you're saying that they're lying. I don't understand where you come up with the proof that they're lying about it.
I'm not saying 100% proof that they're lying. I told you this is my brainstorm of why I think they do these things.
80%, 70%, 60%. What percentage are you talking about?
Percentage of what? Of how much they're lying? I mean, I don't.
Yes, how much they are lying.
If I'm going to throw a number out there, I'd say 90%.
So how do you derive that?
Because you've asked me to. I told you this.
Well, that means it's coming out the top of your head and you have no proof.
Oh, 100%. I told you this was a brainstorm of how I believe it could be done. I've said that from the very beginning.
But that's just your opinion. That's your opinion.
You're right. 100%
That's the whole
my
point
opinion.
of this whole channel. This is the whole point of this channel.
Yeah, you realize like I'm not sitting here going.
And which school is teaching this, Sean?
This is logic, school of logic.
No.
Because
hang on,
so
guys,
wait. So when we just
university
went over those three images.
Sean, which university is teaching this?
Hey Larry, how about you be polite and let him finish?
No, he's fine.
Why don't you
He's
be
fine.
polite?
He's
Be
completely
fair.
fine.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
mind it at all.
Larry,
Well, I mean, he's
quit
asking
being an
me a
asshole.
question.
You fucking
Larry,
the whole vibe up, bro.
Larry, you continue to do what you're doing because it's only helping. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you right now. Everything that I'm telling you right now is 100% me driving back from Las Vegas after a tournament, tired, and going, this is what I believe could be going on. Now, as I go on and you guys explain, it makes me feel a lot better about what I was thinking. Trust me, you're not helping your guys' situation at all.
How is that?
Guys, can we get back to the facts? Like, arguing conspiracy doesn't go anywhere. Can we just go back to the facts? And the facts are, I showed you those globe images.
Hmm?
They look exactly like the Blue Marble images for the same reasons, right? I showed you how to replicate the Blue Marble images using only distance and zoom, which is why the Blue Marble images look the way they do. But this is incontrovertible.
You're doing it again. Here's the problem with what you're saying. How do the ratios change for one situation, but not for the globe itself? So why do the globes stay the same, but the continents? That's what I'm not getting. I'm not getting it. It's
Sean,
me, maybe.
Sean,
yes.
Zooming on something makes it bigger, right?
Yes. Continue.
Yes. And if your intention is to make something look the same size as something else, you zoom on it until you get that, right? Right?
Sure. Okay. I kind of see what you're saying. I think.
Right? Like those Blue Marble images didn't get transmitted from those satellites in the exact same size they show on your computer screen.
Well, obviously, yes.
Obviously, right?
Okay.
So they were zoomed or they were shrunk, the whole image, right? While the ratio of the between the globe itself and the continents did not change every time it was zoomed or shrunk to put on a server somewhere and then transmit to your computer and then put on YouTube and then blown up. Ratios will never ever change, right? So I guess I'm failing to understand where the disconnect is, because these globes represent reality. The distance and zoom is something you can do in reality, which is something the satellites can do as well. Right? Those all the blue marble images were taken from different distances with different zoom levels, and that's why you get different ratios between continents and the size of the globe, which is exactly what we see in reality using a practical, repeatable experiment, which is exactly what you guys want, right? I gave it to you. You got it.
Because what you're saying is it's okay. I'm gonna go back to the Himawari,
Okay,
and
you tell.
I'm gonna go to Himawari, and I'm gonna do exactly what you're saying, and I'm gonna show you.
We're not going to the Himawari.
No, I am.
Right.
Okay.
These are this. It's a practical example that shows exactly why the blue marble images are different. I mean, I just don't understand where the disconnect is.
I'm gonna show you. I can literally show you right now exactly what I'm talking about.
No. Tell me why those globe models show us different size continents, because that's your contention of blue marble.
No, that's the problem. I want to know why. So explain to me why, because you guys will tell me zoom doesn't matter, the size doesn't matter, but what you just explained and showed to me makes zero sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do those images exist then, of the globe model, or the model globe I just showed you? If you don't think that's possible, so you think somebody lied and somebody photoshopped those images I just showed you?
Are they not?
It's just as easy.
Are they composites or are they not composites?
It's just as easy to take a
no.
It's just as easy to take a flat non-globe image and wrap it around a ball. I can show you the website that does it.
We can talk different points, right? But it's easier to stay on one at a time. What I'm asking you guys is, do you honestly believe the photos I just showed you that were taken in real life are manipulated, like literally in Photoshop manipulated, in order to produce different size continents? Is that what
you're talking about?
Yes.
The 3 images that we just saw. Yes.
Yeah.
He made it. The guy edited, or not edited. He doctored it to appear that the globe, like everything was good to go, but the continents were a drastic change. His focus is just like your focus. Look at the continents. Don't worry about the globe. Look at the continents.
Bro.
I mean, he clearly set out to recreate that image. So, I mean, obviously, like, how long do you think it took him to even recreate that image, man? I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
well, no. Tell me, when you say recreate image, do you mean like in Photoshop, or do you mean in real life?
Well, he was trying to recreate the same effect as the picture you're talking about of the blue marble or whatever. But I mean, he set out to make it look that way. So I mean, I'm not surprised he found a way to make it look like that.
Yes, he set out to prove that distance and zoom will reproduce the effects that you have a problem with. So of course he set out to do it. He wanted to show you that that is how spheres operate in real life, and he did that.
So are you saying the Earth's like that perfect of a sphere?
No, you're missing the point, and I don't know why you're trying to jump to something else. What I'm telling you is, any of you can go buy a model sphere
I just don't see consistency
right
with
now.
You guys. I just don't see consistency with what you guys say. It's just kind of one of my biggest problems.
So I don't know why it's not working.
We can't argue 5 different points at once, right? I'll be happy to address all the points you think are inconsistent. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that the reason your problem with the blue marble images is the size of the continents. I just showed you.
They also don't look anything the same.
Okay, we can talk about that too, but that's not true. I just showed you in real life a way to replicate, to prove that the blue marble images are true.
By taking a picture of a model.
Okay.
Sorry?
Hang on. So I have Himawari up right now, right? So I'm going to start from the beginning of where it is. This is exactly how they give it to us, right? So
no, look,
so
guys,
so are you telling me if I right now, hang on, if I zoom into this image right now, you're telling me that continent of Australia will get bigger, but the globe will not?
No, that's not what I'm telling you. It's not what I ever told you, Sean. It's like you're not listening to me.
Okay. Did the guy in the image?
The ratio of the continent of the globe will not change with zoom. The ratio won't change with
Okay.
zoom.
Okay.
Ever.
Sean, I just looked at the Himawari information. They say they take one full disk image every 10 minutes.
Okay.
Whole disk, not strips of data, a whole disk every 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'll show you what NASA does with theirs. And
What's wrong
wait,
with
Tom,
Japan?
you do understand that they
That
they-
image you're
they-
seeing right there on your screen
Yes.
is a whole disk image. It was not made up into 10, 20, 30 strips. It was one complete image of the Earth.
Okay. This is a Japanese satellite. You know that, right? So when I say
Right.
NASA, it's not this. NASA doesn't do this. This isn't NASA. Okay. Right.
So what's wrong with Japan? Japan's not lying. Why is Japan lying about something?
Okay. So
Why is NASA lying about something?
first of all, you just got done telling me how Himawari is not composites. Okay, well, I told you NASA was composites, and I have the images to prove that. So, are you telling me that NASA doesn't use composites?
Their website.
And just so you understand, the Himawari does use composite because it doesn't take it's not a live feed. It's not something that we're always seeing. So for every 10 seconds, this thing would take forever to get here and still keep going as accurate as they're saying it is.
You need to go back. You need to go to Himawari's website because they say explicitly once every 10 minutes they take a full disk image of the Earth.
Now, I want you to see, are you seeing the screen I have up, right? How does this happen? So right now, I have started the timer over, and I'm going to push play. Now, what happens is it goes through its loop, basically. It's
I
what
don't
it's.
see anything.
It'll come up.
You're not screen sharing.
Yeah, you're not.
No,
screen,
no.
You're not
On
screen
the
sharing on here.
no, it's going to be on the
Oh,
watch page because I don't know why my fucking Hangout's not working right, so it doesn't work. But
All right, bro.
so.
I'm not gonna be able to see it. My internet's too bad. So.
Okay, but basically, what it's doing is it's showing from what exact time is it? It's showing from 3 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's showing the sun and the Terminator line. They're showing the whole thing. It's a smooth image. That is a composite of it. What it's done over that 12 hours. It's not the live feed. So what you're saying isn't right either. Himawari, when they show us this on what I'm showing on the screen,
Look it up and then tell me. Look it up and tell me that it's wrong.
Larry, I can tell you it's wrong.
Right now, why he's confused is because he what you're looking at, Sean, is a time lapse, right?
Yes.
Like a picture, like a flip book of photos.
A composite of photos.
Okay. No. Now you're confusing the grammatical definition of composite with composite in the context of a photo, right? Like a composite photo is a photo that you had different parts put together in some way or overlaid together.
Okay.
You're a time lapse, yes, is a bunch of stuff composited together.
Thank you. That's all I said.
The same.
It's not the same thing.
Same definition.
But it's the same. It's just
right.
No. It's the same definition, but one's for a photo and one's video.
Right, but your problem that you guys always argue is that composites are fake, but a time lapse of photos isn't. Each photo is real, right? You just flip them together and then. Watch what happens from photo to photo.
If Himawari takes an image every 10 minutes, you said, right?
Yes.
And they're showing us a time lapse. They're taking every 10-minute picture, compositing it into a time lapse. They're still composites.
How do you think a movie is made?
So what? Yeah. So what's the problem?
For one, we'll go one situation at a time. Larry got here done telling me how I need to go to the website because I don't understand that it's not composites at all. Larry, those are composites regardless. Second
The
issue.
the still
Second
image
issue.
that the
I went
still
to this
image that
website
I'm
to
looking at
show
right
you guys
now,
exactly what I was saying. If I zoom
John,
into
the
this image,
still image
Jesus.
I'm looking at is
Uh-huh.
one complete picture of the Earth. It
Okay.
was not in separate strips. It's one complete picture of the entire Earth.
Okay. I'm.
I mean,
Get the composite out of your
I could just,
vocabulary
I
because
would
that's
So
dispute
what's
that.
screwing you up.
are you telling me that they couldn't anything to this? So like this couldn't be bigger like this?
Hey, Sean, did you see when they found that website last year? It was around summer last year. They found the website and it had like the pre-made model with the weather strip data and all that, like uploaded to this server, this .gov server, and it appeared to be the Himawari server. Did you see that last year?
I didn't.
Yes, the Himawari's got a bunch of different cameras that do a bunch of different
Yeah,
things.
isn't there like
Yeah.
three or four of them?
There's been,
Older, obviously older, but
yeah, and there was a specific server where it had like a model, like a digital model of like the blue marble without the cloud data, and then there was files uploaded with the cloud data or the weather data in real time. But that was last
Yeah,
year.
absolutely.
I don't know if that website's still up, but I mean it would make it look like it was a .gov website, so it would make it look like the Himawari is a composite.
well, the thing is,
No, it wouldn't make it look like a Hammerwire. No. Look,
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. It was a .gov. I don't know. That's what it looked like to me.
It's a .gov.
So
your argument is it's a .gov website. Therefore, everything you see on the internet. Come on, dude. Come on.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
really.
it had a model of it had the blue marble, a digital model of it, and
So
then it
what?
would upload cloud data like every 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know, man. It
Yeah.
happened last year. Y'all missed this shit. It's not my fault.
No, we didn't miss anything because we don't have a problem with it.
On the side, show me.
No.
I'd have to find it again. Man.
What he's talking about isn't what you're presenting isn't an issue. Like there's nothing wrong with that. There's different ways to build composite images, and yes, some of them do take strips of land
Well, it's
and
still
then
not a
tie
photo,
everything
man.
together. But we're not arguing this. We're arguing something else, and it is a photo.
I just find it strange. It's just like it's not though, man. It just doesn't. It's not, man. It's not a photo.
So why is the Hammerari 8, which takes full disk images, not a photo? Are you disputing that?
I don't think it does take full disk images, because I don't think there's the ball, man.
So, but now you're jumping again because first it's not a real photo, but now it could be a real photo, but you don't think it happens at all. So what are you wanting to argue?
I mean, it's a composite of images. I'm not disputing that's an image, if that's what you're asking.
No,
I just don't think there's the ball, so it couldn't be a picture of the Earth.
okay,
What about
so
what about that hurricane?
Why are we arguing about it?
I have a question.
What? No.
Are you telling?
Why?
So go ahead.
Hang on,
Yeah,
Sean.
yeah.
Why do we? When you talk to people, right, and you want to come to conclusions and come to mutual ground, right? You don't start with an argument whose premise, regardless of its outcome, is false because it doesn't get anybody anywhere.
That's what you guys are doing.
Well,
no, stop. You're number one. You're arguing about whether it's composite or not. But once you find out that that doesn't matter, you just fall back to, well, there's not a ball, so it's all fake anyway. So there's no point in arguing.
No, time out. Wait, time out. Don't do that because I have not said that. I have said I'm trying to get to exact point of exactly what Larry keeps trying to tell me isn't real, but we've already established that it is. And you're telling me, and
established. Well, I don't know
I
what
want to
you're
go
talking about, John.
back
What are
to
you
those.
establishing?
You said that nothing about Himawari was a composite. Then I showed you.
It isn't.
Okay. Well, I just showed you the time lapse footage, which is a composite.
That's what a movie does. When you go to the movie theater, that's the same. They have about.
Well, hey, buddy. I'm sorry, but
images.
I'm pretty sure we all can agree that movies aren't real life too.
Sean, dude,
go back to the. Hey, I don't want to even talk about composites. I want to talk about those 3 images that you showed me in the different sizes and continents, but not the globe. And I need to see how that works.
Are the Apollo images fake?
Yes, because I didn't go to the
even though the pictures they took of the Earth.
What about the videos they took when they had that nice globe and then they took the shit out the window and the globe was all over through the window? You gonna explain that one?
Or what about the
Earth
Earth from the moon?
Okay,
what
there
about
you go.
The Earth from the moon not being proportionally bigger from the moon?
What? Aesthetic,
why is the Earth from the moon the same size as the moon? Why is the Earth from the moon the same
I could show
size
those.
as the moon?
I can show you exactly what he's talking about.
But how determine the same photo? photograph.
Well, I mean, you can also
How do you
turn
know?
up the
Do you know the camera
contrast and
aesthetic?
see the
No, you don't.
square around the Earth
You
that
don't
they
know the zoom
blocked it in
level, do
with.
you?
I have pictures of.
Aesthetic.
They have one.
Aesthetic. Do
They
you
have
know
it.
again,
Okay.
Sean, this is another one of those. I'm going to argue about something, but I don't really care about arguing the outcome.
Okay.
That's
Right?
not true.
Like your initial
Okay.
argument
How
was
about
the
this?
proportions.
Let's forget
Hang on,
about
Sean, hang on.
everything we're talking about and go
The
back to
initial-
those 3 globes because that's what I really do want to talk about.
Okay, yeah, me too. Because that's something that any of you can do in real life.
Oh yeah, and I plan to now because what you're telling me is this doesn't make any sense. If those 3 images are
Mhm.
from different zooms, and you're telling me things don't happen and things happen, how are
Uh-huh.
the continents change size but the globe the same size? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so maybe I should write this down.
Maybe that'd be a good idea.
Or I should put this in a Google Doc so you can clearly see what I'm talking about. So the ratio.
Hang on, and understand.
Uh-huh.
And this is to the people in the chat. I respect Negator. We have conversations before. He's not an asshole, so I'm not posing him as someone who's just bullshitting me right now. I'm trying to understand. No, you're not. I don't even know you, Larry. But I've talked to Negator at least a dozen times. So I know where he's coming from. I know he's not trying to be an asshole. He's trying to explain something.
He's not.
I know. I just said that.
I've talked to him for 2 or 3 years too.
Okay, but you know where I'm coming from, right, Negator? Like I'm not saying you're an asshole at all. I'm saying you're a good person. I know you're trying to explain it, but you're not explaining it to me correctly. Maybe, or maybe it is me. But I'm saying you're not an asshole. You're not coming from an asshole perspective. I'm saying that.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
do. Yeah, you're one of the Globers that I do actually have respect for. We've had conversations, so I know you're not coming from a deceiving place.
So the ratio only changes based on distance, right? The zoom won't change the ratio. The zoom is only going to change the total size of everything. Like I wish we could just, if we were sitting here together with a camera and a globe, we could just do this right now and be done with it, and you would see.
Okay, how about this? You guys are United States, right?
I'm actually in Kuwait right now.
Holy shit!
Really?
Wow.
Oh, you said you were going somewhere a few months ago. I forgot about that.
You weren't playing then, damn.
Nope.
So this exact time is pretty much your only good time.
Well, I got all Sunday to talk around.
Okay, so, oh wait, but are you on U.S. time still? Like you can.
No, it's 10 in the morning.
No. But I mean, you know what time it is here compared to where you are in relation to when. So if I said 9 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time, you'd be up, or you would know if you were going to be up or whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how about in the morning? We do that. We literally, whether I'll do it. I can go get a globe. Walmart's open 24/7, and we do this exact thing, but live. Because I do believe that may be an issue that I'm having, where I'm not getting what you're saying because what I'm seeing. And neither one of us actually made those images to really say what we're seeing is correct. So
I don't remember if Jim Panda or Flat Earth Math made those images, and I trust both those guys.
Oh no, yeah, they're both real good guys. Actually, I have to email Flat Earth Math because I think he's doing. Matter of fact, I think he's doing his stream in the morning, where he's basically trying to explain these things.
He did this morning.
Oh, okay.
He did this morning.
Well, I know he was saying his wife only wanted to do it once a week, but I know I've seen him at least 3 times this week, so maybe I can convince him to do it again. But this is something that I'm trying. Larry, I'm not trying to say fuck you guys and then change the subject. Trust me. I'm honestly trying to understand where you're coming from, and that's why I'm saying we should do this in the morning when we can do it live like Negator was just saying, because I honestly believe because we didn't take those 3 images, where we're coming from, where we think that those images are coming from, and I think that's the issue, rather than it just back and forth. Because I don't think you guys are trying to be assholes, and I'm not trying to be. Trust me, Negators heard me. I am not one of those flat earthers that go to left field and beyond to prove you wrong. Okay, I'm honestly telling you what I see as my perception, so I can explain why I feel the way I do. Like I said, this whole live stream, this whole thing about fucking spotlight image and cropping shit out, it literally is a brainstorm I'm working with. It is not me trying to say, fuck you guys, the globe is period because I have this idea. This is me brainstorming, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All I am interested in is showing that the argument that the blue marble images are fake because of the different land masses. I just want to show that argument is false due to the distance and the zoom that and the camera angle. The camera angle is big, and I don't know if we can accurately replicate that.
But we can get as close as we can, and we should be able to know, okay, well, the angle is a little off, but it's going to give the same idea.
The concept will be the same, and then I should
Sean, does your camera have a variable focal length on it?
Yes.
To where you can go from wide angle to telephoto?
Yes.
So we should be able to get something similar. Even like your cell phone. Your cell phone has two cameras on it, and one of them is a bit bigger than the other one. The front, I think the front-facing camera is wide angle or more wide angle than the other. But anywho, yeah, or you could even just go to the store and take a bunch of photos in the store, and without actually having to buy one.
That's actually good idea. Damn. No, because no. I what I wanted, because the problem with that is then it's like, where'd you take the picture from? And I honestly, I want to do the picture part, but I also want to have a live video of us doing it as well. Because then
okay, that's fine.
Because then you can see how I'm adjusting it. You can see my distance and work it out that way. I think I'm honestly thinking that's a great idea of how to solve this issue. Because what I'm seeing, like I said, what I'm seeing is two perceptions of something because of we don't really know the official distance, the exact zoom of those three globes.
Well, we can find the distance and we can scale that down to the blue. You know what? I'll bet. Let me find it real quick, and I'll link it, and then I'll let you go so you guys can sleep and stuff. Since it's what 2 a.m. there.
I got 12 right now.
2 for me.
Yeah. So he's central.
2
mountains.
So I'll link Panda's video on this explanation on the right, and I'll look at it again. But the distances are in there, and we can scale that down, right? So if one video was if one picture was taken from 2,000 miles away from Earth, and Earth is I'm having a retard moment. 8,000 miles across in diameter.
7,920 miles.
Yeah. So about 8,000 miles. So if one of the blue marble photos was taken from 2,000 miles away, and the globe is 8,000 miles across, to replicate that scale, if you buy a spherical globe that's say 2 feet across, you need to take the photo from 6 inches away, since 6 inches goes into 2 feet 4 times, and 2,000 miles goes into 8,000 miles 4 times. That would give you the same scale photograph.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll have to find out the distances.
We'll do that. And I have all the tape measures in the world too. So.
What time and how many hours from now, just so I don't screw it up?
I'm gonna say 9 a.m. So that's 9 hours for me, which is 9 hours for everyone else compared to the time zone. So in 9 hours.
9 hours from now.
Yeah, I only sleep 4, so I'll be good.
Okay. So I will try. I'll check Discord. My internet is not very reliable.
Okay.
And
well, I'm gonna I'll gauge when I start on after talking to you. So I'll send you a message on Hangouts. It's probably like around in about 7 hours. Just touch base that we're all connected and everything works. And then Larry, I'll do the same for you. And then
okay.
we can coordinate before we start, and then go from there. That sound a good idea?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be around.
All right. And I appreciate you guys coming on. Larry, I actually like you. I don't know you, but I like you because you're not just someone who just sits back and lets people just say whatever they want. So trust me, I have respect for that. Don't worry. Don't think I think you're an asshole. You're not. Other who
You talking about Larry?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Larry's got some time doing astronomy for
I've taught
what, a couple
astronomy
decades
at
now.
a couple of universities.
Oh, nice. All right, yeah, it's even better.
Yeah, University of Tennessee and University of South Carolina.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so actually, I want to pick your brain,
Not a
Larry,
dumb
tomorrow
guy.
too. There's some stuff I want to ask you about because you look in the sky a lot. So
Yeah, I do.
it's definitely some questions I got, and then we can go from there. But yeah, because actually, guys, officially, just want to let everyone know, I am now. My birthday's been for 12 hours.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. The reason I'm ending this now is because I'm gonna go out and get fucking hammered, and I ain't got drunk in like 15 years, so I'm gonna get super drunk. So that's why I'm ending it. Really. Like I said, we'll do this in the morning. Don't worry. I still, no matter what, sleep 4 hours. I don't know why. I hate it, but it does happen. So
Okay, man. We'll see what happens.
No, I will. I'll let you know. And then in the morning, I'll send you a message so we can get kind of coordinated and have a good idea of how we're gonna set this up, and then we'll live stream it. And it'll work out. Because I either way, I just want to know what the hell is going on with those pictures and how it works. Because Gator, you've heard me. I want to understand how it works. I don't want to be told. I want to understand it.
Right now, I got you.
Yeah. All right. So we'll end with that. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming on. I definitely do appreciate it because neither one of you guys are assholes, and you guys were respectful. So that's the most important thing to me. With that said, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I don't know the guy on the end, Asteroid Felix.
Oh, aesthetic man. Yeah, dude. I've been. I saw you in a flat Earth debate a while back, and I've been following your channel ever since.
Okay.
Just thought I'd jump on. Give you a little backup if you needed it or whatever, man.
Oh no, well, I do appreciate it. But that's why I do this because because I do know a lot of flat earthers who get nervous or they get they're not in people's faces. Like I won't let no one run me over. It's not gonna happen. I'll jump in your face before I let that happen. And that's why I like to do it like that because I didn't have to do it here tonight, obviously, because these guys are pretty cool. But
Yeah.
that's how Gator, you've heard me over at the other Jim's server. If you get in my face, I'm gonna do it too. So that's why I do these live streams because I'm not someone who's gonna just let someone run me over. So and I do. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it when a Glober comes on and they're the same. I don't want anybody to be able to be talked down to. I'm all about respect, no matter what. Yeah, I'll check that out, Gator. Yeah, but yeah, next time I go live, make sure I see you in the chat so you can get back on here and you can be involved in this too.
Oh yeah, man. I have some ideas I'd love to share as far as just some things I've been coming up with lately.
Okay, cool.
Observations, stuff like that, man.
Yeah. Well, then definitely in the description, go to the Flat Earth Discord server. I'm not sure if you're on Discord or not.
Yeah, I think I am. I'll send you a message on Discord. Actually, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, because I'm always on Discord. Like I'm always there now. So.
All right, cool, bro. Yeah, I got a different name on there, but I'll let you know it's me.
Okay, cool, awesome, thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this hangout so I can get out of here.
Okay.
I'll talk to you guys in the morning.
All right.
All right, people. With that said, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, now I have nothing but respect for those guys. The Gator, I have talked to him many of times on ideas of how to get my point. He's helped me with many of things that I'm trying to express and show. If you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys remember the image I've been showing of what is it? The distance. Where I'm showing that I'm 2,200 feet up and I can see the coast. That whole thing. He's the guy who kind of gave me a better idea of how to get those numbers out there and everything. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to show you guys that number because I couldn't figure out how to do everything and show it at the same time. So I gotta figure that out, which I'll probably ask him tomorrow anyway. But just want to say thank you guys for stopping by. For the people in the chat that did say happy birthday, I do appreciate it. Even though I don't like birthdays anymore because I am not gonna even tell you how old I am. Ha. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I'm gonna go get my party on. As you guys heard, I haven't drank in a long time, so I promised someone I would. So we'll see what happens. If I go live in like 4 hours, don't come. You don't want to hear it. With that said, I am Kat. Always happy for you to be here. The Sootai, my friend, my buddy, family. Thank you for stopping by. I know Magician Your Truth was there. Jay Bird, what's up, my friend? Thank you for stopping in. The Go, that's all I'm calling you, man. I hate your name, and you know who I'm talking about, but thanks for stopping by. MP, what is it? MP something genius. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Thank you for coming by, my friend. Flat Out Truth. Who else is in here? If I missed you, I apologize. You guys know I would normally say it, but I didn't see you. I wasn't in the chat too often. New York, thank you, man, for stopping in. I know you didn't say anything, but that very first Globe Image definitely helped. And I saw you. I saw you in the background, my friend. I do appreciate it. The original family, as I call it. With that said, guys, I'll be on Discord in a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this and stop my little rant. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys all fucking being here. All I want is truth, and I think we're getting close.
Goes out to every armor soldier. Left, right. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first. When everything is over, we still gotta go back. Shout one more thing. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first.
Flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary. Frontline standing. Solitary. Mind state. Kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm tested. Hold strong. I'm tested. Hold strong. I'm tested. I'm tested. I'm tested. Hold strong. I'm tested. Hold strong. I'm tested. Hold strong. Follow me until the end. Follow me if you can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. Put me on the front line. Put me on the front line. Put me on the